Hey everybody, we are back, the Hurricane HQ, for our 8:15 p.m. tropical update for August 1st, 2020. And our current news is Isaias, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, Isaias becomes a tropical storm and soon to become a hurricane again, which is quite strange. I guess over the Bahamas it kind of weakened a bit, and here's the current cone. I guess over here it kind of weakened over this island and became a very strong tropical storm. And I'm sorry everybody that I haven't really been being consistent with my videos recently. I've been doing a lot of work recently and a lot of projects outside of my channel, and I'm probably not going to be able to get back to my normal schedule until probably Wednesday next week. I'm sorry about that, but I'll try and get as many videos as I can out. And I'm sorry I'm making this so late, but I just really need to get a video out, and that's what's new. And also, I want to say that we've officially reached 19 subscribers, which is quite great. 19 subscribers is a great way to build up the community, and I'm thinking at 100 subscribers I'm going to do some sort of giveaway on Gleam.io. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but probably something that goes along with the channel and just something you guys would like. And we also almost got 10 hours of watch time, so thanks everybody for watching, and please subscribe and ring the bell so we can get to that giveaway and so you never miss the next update. So let's get started. You may have noticed that we have put a little more organized progress bar on the bottom. I finally figured out how to do that, and I'm sorry if I don't get that on all of the videos coming out, but I really don't have as much time to do these, but I'll probably edit them and make the progress bar a lot better, probably around after Wednesday. So let's actually get into the video now. So here's the official NOAA Forecast cone, and as you can see over here, we have a lot of hurricane warnings issued along the Florida coast. Let's see if we can zoom in. Bahamas, these have not expired yet around here, but down here these have been allowed to expire. Up here, these are still in because the storm is still approaching, and I believe these wind extent does extend to these islands, so you being affected is not over yet. Florida, it's really coming, and I saw earlier that there's so many tourists in Florida, so unaware that there's a Category 1 hurricane approaching. They're just on the beach enjoying the waves, and there probably shouldn't even be people in the water right now, because I would believe the rip current risk is very high right now, because this storm is very close to Florida. Like, this can't be that far. Tropical storm watches are issued. Rip current watches are issued. Storm surge watches. Up here, I'm not sure. I believe this is a tropical storm watch up here, and over here is tropical storm warnings. So Georgia, even up to South Carolina, you guys now have tropical storm watches, and this storm's going to start moving a little bit faster, and it's really going to be affecting the coast. It's really going to weaken as it passes over North Carolina and Virginia, and we could see some major impacts for these areas, and possibly even northeast, even through Jersey area, that we might actually get a direct hit around northeast, along with North Carolina and Virginia, Delaware, East Maryland, all these areas, you're at risk. Anyone in the cone, I would be watching out for this storm. Although I believe it's really going to start weakening once it gets past Maine area. So I'm not too worried about Canada, but I guess you guys could get a decently strong tropical storm at most. And our last comment of the day, actually, I thought might be incorrect, but still is holding up now. It's either a weak tropical storm or a tropical depression, and I still agree with that. So now let's jump right over to our peak surge for Florida, and I would say the most is 2 to 4 feet around here. And the Space Coast, you can get decent storm surge. So it goes probably all the way up to from Point Severa Beach all the way down to North Miami Beach. You guys can probably get at least a foot of storm surge. So we'll definitely be having to watch this. And here's our storm surge peak or storm surge warnings. We have a storm surge watch for most of East Florida, and all the way from Jacksonville all the way down past Space Coast, all the way down to Port St. Lucie, and probably even down to Miami. You might be able to get that tropical storm surge watch. I'm really sorry I keep doing that. Now let's jump right over to our wind history, and you can see we have some tropical storm force around this big area of hurricane force winds. And wow, these areas of Bahamas really have been getting hit with tropical storm force and hurricane force winds. And here's our arrival times of winds, and all the way up the northeast area can get it from Tuesday to Wednesday, and the southeast really from Tuesday 8 a.m. all the way down to Saturday 8 p.m., which has officially passed. And I'm sorry again that this video is being released so late. Now let's take a look at our wind speed probabilities, and these do increase as the storm gets ahead. And these are tropical storm force, and I think there's a high chance all the way in this light green area. Maybe not as much up here, but I believe the entire east coast of the U.S. is in danger from tropical storm force winds, and it's almost guaranteed down here. Let's jump over to hurricane force wind speeds. Quite a low chance, but it's there. So here's 50 knot winds, and these can possibly extend up. So we'll just have to watch this quite closely and see what happens. And I believe this is another storm surge map. Here, let's see what we can... Oh, this is a lot interesting. This actually shows the amounts of storm surge. So here's our key. Blue is greater than 1 foot, and yellow is above 3 feet. I believe that's all we're going to get, but let's just take a little look. And wow, there's a lot of areas that can really get that blue area, which is above 1 foot, especially along the coast. Let's jump over to the Space Coast area. 1 second. We're actually seeing spots of yellow around here. Sorry, this thing doesn't really zoom in anymore. But you could see a little bit of yellow scattered around. Especially over here, we could see that the yellow around Port Orange area. And you should probably check this map out yourselves and check your area to see what kind of storm surge you're going to get. How far does this thing... Oh, it don't extend that far. We may be able to see northeast as it continues. Now let's jump over to our windy forecast. And we're looking at the ECMWF model. And we could see some decent rotation. Here, you could definitely see that rotation. It's a very defined eye right now. And let's see what kind of peak wind speeds we can get. I would say around 50 miles an hour, and that's definitely tropical storm force. Although I wouldn't trust windy as much as I would trust official info. Here's our GFS model. GFS shows a lot more wind speeds. A little bit different, a lot more winds than the ECMWF, and here's the NAM, sorry. This one's showing really a lot of winds, up into the 62. I think this is more accurate, to be honest, because I don't think it's going to weaken too much. But let's see how far this goes. This heads all the way up to the Carolinas. And wow, that's kind of a lot of rotation. That's some good rotation. Alright, well, now let's just take a look at our future and see where the storm's going to head for the ECMWF. Here is Sunday, 9 a.m., Monday, 10 a.m., Tuesday, 6 a.m., Tuesday, 2 p.m., Tuesday, 9 p.m. And wow, we actually might have a direct hit for East Maryland, Delaware, and even New Jersey. And wow, this thing really does move fast. Yeah, it looks like we have a direct hit right through New Jersey. Possibly even New York, where our headquarters is, or where we're located. Wow, this thing moves so far in like an hour. So we could probably see impacts for the entire Northeast. Let's continue. And wow, this storm really does move fast. I just lost it. Now let's take a look at our GFS model. And I'm going to try and go a little quicker on this. You can just read the bar. And wow, this one actually shows a bit slightly slower moving and more of a direct hit for New York area. Yeah, it definitely shows that direct hit. And it shows it moving a little slower. But overall, the storm's probably going to move quite fast. Now let's jump over to our nice weather page forecasts, and now we're just going to take a look at our intensity guidance model. And it mostly shows it weakening to a tropical storm and down into a tropical depression. So this thing's really going to weaken. Here's our GFS model. Here's our, this is the GFS model. I'm so sorry about that. This is the Canadian model. And this is our European model. And I think the healthiest thing for the storm to do is to just continue moving. As far away from the coast as it can. That's probably all it's going to do, and this thing is not going to work. Well, we tried again. So that's basically all the data we have from that. Let's continue. Here's our NOAA recon. 1 second here. So this shows the wind speeds throughout the storm. We can see in these red areas over 55, and we could probably see tropical storms or hurricane force in there. I think it's possible to see some very strong winds in this storm, but they didn't go that far into it, and the pressure is a little bit low. And here's our estimated rainfall. Over here we can get up to 10 to 15 inches of rain. And all the way up through the northeast, all the way up, you could definitely see 4 to 6 mostly in this yellow, to 2 to 4 in this darker green, and 1 to 2 inches in this lighter green. And a lot of Pennsylvania and all these states around here, even Georgia, you're going to get a lot of rain. This thing's definitely a rainmaker. Even though it's moving very fast, these states here along the East Coast are very susceptible to really just gonna dump rain very fast on you guys, and that, I guess, can be a danger. I never really considered that really a danger, but I guess it possibly could be a danger. Too much rain, I guess that could cause flooding. Too much rain at once. And we should probably take a look at this. This is, I believe, Infest 94L. And right now it has a 60% chance, and I believe only a 40% chance in the next 2 days. No, 30%, sorry about that. And this has potential for moving. It's kind of moving more northeast, but we might have some possible impacts up the northeast area, possibly Canada, but most likely it's just going to head right out to sea, and most likely not going to have any major impacts unless this cone here changes. Well, I think I'm going to end the video kind of here. Let's just take a look at our wind shear real quick. There's a lot of wind shear around here, and it's going to move through there and most likely weaken a bit, which is kind of causing it to weaken. And I think I'm going to end the video here, everybody. I don't want to make it too long. Let's see how we're at 16 minutes. Alright. So, I would like to tell everybody, thank you for watching, and this isn't the only place you can get these forecasts. Remember that you can always go to NOAA.gov, SpaghettiMiles.com. You can always go to Tidbits, Windy.com for these forecasts. Just what this channel does is explains what those models show, and you can probably take a look at them yourselves. And I'm sorry that we're not going to be able to make as many videos and stay consistent in the next few days, but we have a lot going on, and I want to thank everybody for sticking around with the channel, and everybody else who subscribes recently. It's crazy how we have 19 subs now, and yeah, around 9 watch hours, and I can't believe people sit around and watch these videos for an entire 9 hours, and soon probably 10 hours. So I want to thank everybody for watching the channel, and make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you not only get updates, but you're going to help us get to that giveaway at 100 subs. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.